Hello everybody, and today we are playing KSP. So let's get into it. I'm gonna launch the game. It might take a minute. So I'm not very good at this game, so you might see me mess up a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do like tutorials, kind of. Like, I'll tell you what you would want to do in that situation, but I don't know too much, so, yeah. Here we go. So, I'm gonna hit start game. I'm gonna do start now. I'm gonna name it My Series. And then we're gonna go into difficulty options, not reverting flights, and no missing crew respawn. So that's like the almost realistic way. So let's get into it. This might be a 30-minute video. I have no idea. So I'm gonna be probably doing Hearts of Iron 4 next. I'm not gonna have audio this episode because I need to figure out how to put music over it during copyright and how to like get it to have the engines while you can still hear me talking. So yeah, let's go to the VAB. I know that. So you want to grab your command pod, your flee, because that's what you start with, and then of course you want to go to science. Get 4 because that gets you around like 24.1 science, and that's good. And then you put the basic fins on, and then you of course cannot forget the parachute, or else your Kerbal will die. So I'm gonna name this Mark. I'm gonna name it the Mark 1. Very talented name. So let's get to our first launch. Oh wait, I just messed it up. I was supposed to do my contract first. Hold on. I'm gonna recover vessel. And then I'm gonna have to do my contracts. So you go to mission control for contracts. So you always go, like at the very start, you always go for the 1-star ones. You want to launch our first vessel and the atmosphere one. Or stuff from, like you have to gather scientific data. That's what you need to do. And then once you do that, and you do the science, or once you do that, you'll get way more contracts. So, here we go. Always do it when you're first flying up, because that gives you some more science. And also, you're not going to go very far, so it helps if you just do it immediately. And then I'll have all the mystery goo, and I'll have like 24.1 science. And then all we have to do is parachute, and never do ×4 when you're doing parachute, because you'll flip over, which is totally fine, but it's still annoying, and it also definitely kill your Kerbal if you don't have like a good enough parachute. If you have like a drogue chute, it'll definitely kill your Kerbal. Yeah, even just regular 2 times does that. So it's an exception if you have a regular parachute like this, but if you have like several drogue chutes and stuff, you'll definitely die. See, and then it flips over. And then I'm gonna do 4 times so then we can get down faster. Alright, so there was the first launch. And we've done our contract. See, 24.1 science. That's a good start amount. So what you always want to do is you want to get these first 2, of course. And then I won't have enough to get this, but definitely get survivability, because with basic rocketry, you get the swivel, and the hammer, which are really good, and you would rather use those than the RT5 Flea. So if you use those, then you need heat shields, and also you get another science component if you do that, which gives you more science. So let's go to the VAB. We're going to make the Mark II now. We're going to take the engines away, and we're going to add the new thermometer that we have. So, I think... Yeah. So, whenever you have a liquid fuel engine, you always want to grab fuel tanks. So, here's an example of a good rocket here, upper stage, and then you put the decoupler here, and then what I like to do is I'd like to do this, but this like swerves more, so you wanna know what I'm gonna do? Another swivel, because the swivel is so good. So we're gonna put 2 fuel tanks. You can put 3 if you want, but I would advise you not to do that, because if you do, then even just 3 fuel tanks is kind of swivelly if you have 2 stages or 2 things like that. And also, always check your staging. It's very important. So let's save, and then let's go back because we're going to do the contracts. So here, you have a lot of contracts. So this is entirely easy, and let's see, what does it give us? So if we complete it, we get 26,670 credits, 4 science, and 9 reputation. Well, hold on. Yeah, this would be very good, and we'll probably be able to do this. So I'm just going to accept that, and then I'm going to do this because we already have the MK16 parachute. And then let's launch. So I don't have any mods for this game. I tried to mod it, but it wasn't going very well because I did everything they said, and I put it in the game data folder, but it didn't work. So yeah. Oh yeah, always do your crew reports. I should have done it on the bottom, or when we were on the site. So I'm just gonna do this. See, the green means you completed the contract. So we either completed the MK16, or we did both, or we did the swivel thing, or whatever the other one was. So let's see, contracts. So we didn't do the swivel yet. We have to be over 8,000 meters to 11,000 meters. Now we just need to hit 920 meters per second, and we didn't get it. So looks like we're gonna need a faster lower stage to help us accelerate faster. Oh yeah, and then it helps do the goo when you're farther up, because it gives you 9 science, and since you do it more than once, it gives you less than 9 for each one, or except for the first one. So, but still, it's very good for whatever you need to do. And I don't understand how this works here, but it keeps on moving my trajectory. It's probably Kerbin's gravitational pull, but I know nothing about that. So I probably should have put a decoupler in between this and the fuel tanks. So once you get a decoupler, you should definitely do that. And then I'm gonna deploy. The parachute was just destroyed. Yeah, Jeb's dead. Only on my second launch I killed Jeb. Second launch I killed Jeb. He's dead. So, salute to Jeb. he died doing the job we asked him for. So, yeah. Let's go back to the Space Center. Alright, so we have 18 signs. Get survivability, because that's what we're gonna definitely need after Jep died. Alright, so let's make the Mark III. And then, actually no, we're gonna make the Mark II. Mark IIJ for Jeb. So this one should hopefully be better than... This should just be better than the last one. For regular MK1 command pods, always use the 1.25 heat shield. Then let's get this up there. Hold on. My engine's tweaking out right now. There. So, of course, we got a new science piece, so let's get that. Alright, let's see, like, what's the best engine we have. So we didn't get a new engine, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the hammer. And then check the staging. Always gotta check the staging. Wait, hold on. Before we launch, we have to go back and get a new contract, because we did one contract on the one that Jeb died on. I don't know if we'll get to that altitude. I'll do that after I do this one, after the one. I have no idea what the sector means. If one of you can please give me, like, drop a comment about, like, what that means and how I can figure out where that is, I would love that. So, you have to get to 21,000. We're not going to be able to do that. I think we've gone 70,000 meters before. Is that, like... I think that's when you get to the top of the atmosphere. Top of the atmosphere, tool thing. That, like, it shows you what stage of the atmosphere you're in. But I'm not going to get that, because... I'll have to get, like, a bunch of those just in case. Yeah, so I've gotten 3 done, 3 completed. I'm just gonna do this. Alright, let's launch the Mark IIJ. And also, to make sure Valentina doesn't die, or to make sure we have a backup pilot, we'll have Bill Mund. Alright, let's launch the Mark IIJ. Alright, so we're pretty much halfway through into the video here. So this is where I start getting, like, this is probably where I'll start getting more technology, since we're 15 minutes in already. Yeah. So I'm just going to do one barometer real quick. But I'm not going to do all of them, so I can get more signs as we go up further. Alright, so there we go with the upper stage. I just like the overall design of this upper stage. I think it looks awesome. Like, just look how cool that looks. Alright, and then we'll jettison that. Yep, see? You get more as you go out further. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do all of them. And hopefully we should get a lot of science. Alright, and then we'll get the mystery goo. But there's actually where it starts getting brittle, so I'll wait for when it starts getting brittle. So I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. I'm pretty sure it starts getting brittle when you get up to like right here. Hold on, let me see. No. Alright, so I think it's when you get all the way up the gauge. Alright, we're starting to lose altitude now. Or we're starting to lose speed. And we're going to eventually start losing altitude. So I'm going to do all the mystery goo. Alright, and then I'm going to get the thermometer. Like, the more signs you get, the better. Drop in the comments if my mouse is annoying or not. I'll try to figure out how to get rid of that. As you can see, we're coming down faster now. That's why I have the heat shield. Drop down in the comments if it's actually useful to get rid of the heat shield when you don't need it anymore. Because I don't do that. I just bring it back. So we start burning like right around here from the re-entry. See? And then what I've learned is when it gets up to plus 15 G-force, that's when things start, like it starts blowing up, but then, like, you know how the bar appears? Surprising, we didn't get burnt up. I don't think we went too far up. That's probably why. But when it gets up to here, like things will start, like they'll start the process of blowing up, but they won't actually blow up. But when the bar gets filled, in like a part, say my mystery goo is gonna explode, there's gonna be a bar on here, and when it fills up red, it's gonna blow up. So let's fast forward here. And we're gonna get a smooth landing, as you can see. Surprised I didn't kill Valentina the first time. So I might end the video here soon. It might not be 30 minutes. I'll have to see. Ooh, look at that big amount of science. Then we can get general rocketry. We have the back thumper now. So I think I'm just gonna end the video here. So this is the first episode of my series. I'll probably come out with one maybe like on the weekend. So yeah.